If you full enjoy this story, subscribe my channel and use headphones. They're real happening with my friends Joe and Lily. Joe had always loved the sea. Lily loved it too, or at least she loved the idea of it. The sound of waves, the salt in the air, the soft sand underfoot. It was supposed to be their escape from the noise of the city, from deadlines, from arguments that had started over nothing and grown into everything. So when Joe suggested a weekend trip to Blackshore Beach, Lily agreed without hesitation. The travel blog Joe had found described it as a hidden paradise untouched by tourism. That should have been the first warning. The road to Blackshore was narrow and winding, lined with dead trees that leaned like listening shadows. Their GPS lost signal 20 minutes before arrival. When they finally reached the beach, the sun was already sinking, a dull red coin melting into a gray horizon. There were no hotels, no shops, no people. Just an abandoned wooden cottage listed on a rental site, the key hidden beneath a stone as instructed. Joe laughed nervously. See? Private beach. Romantic, right? Lily smiled, though something in the air felt heavy, like the ocean was holding its breath. The cottage smelled of damp wood and old seaweed. A single bulb flickered above. Outside, the waves rolled in slow, deliberate rhythms. After dinner, Joe stepped out onto the porch to smoke. Lily remained inside, scrolling through her phone. No signal, not even emergency. Then she heard it. A whisper. Not from the wind, not from the waves. A voice, soft, female. Lily. Her heart skipped. She froze. Joe? She called. No answer. She opened the door and stepped outside. Joe stood near the shore, staring at the sea, cigarette forgotten between his fingers. Joe, did you call me? He turned slowly. No, why? I heard someone say my name. Joe laughed, probably the wind playing tricks. But the sea was calm, and the whisper had been clear. The next morning, Lily awoke early. Joe still slept. She stepped outside to watch the sunrise. That's when she saw the footprints. Small, barefoot, child-sized, leading from the shoreline straight to their cottage door. But they stopped there. No prints leading away. Her skin crawled. She woke Joe. He studied the prints silently, then tried to sound rational. Maybe some kid from another house nearby. There are no other houses, Lily whispered. Joe frowned. He hadn't noticed that before. But now, looking down the coast, empty sand stretching endlessly in both directions, he realized she was right. No boats, no huts, no people. Just sea and sky and silence.
That afternoon, Lily insisted they leave. Joe tried to calm her down. Let's at least swim once. We came all this way. Reluctantly, Lily agreed to sit on the shore while Joe went into the water. Joe swam out, laughing, splashing. Lily watched him. But then she noticed something beyond him. A girl, floating, face down, hair spread like seaweed. Lily screamed. Joe turned, but when he looked, the water was empty. He swam back quickly. What happened? There was a girl in the water. Joe scanned the sea. Nothing. Only gentle waves. Lily's voice shook. I saw her, Joe. I swear. That night, Joe admitted something. When I was underwater, I heard singing. Lily stared. Singing? Joe nodded slowly. A lullaby, like a mother soothing a child. They didn't sleep after that. At midnight, Lily woke to the sound of the door creaking open. She sat up. Joe wasn't beside her. She grabbed her phone flashlight and stepped into the living room. The front door stood wide open. Cold sea mist drifted inside. Outside, Joe walked toward the water, barefoot, slow, as if in a trance. "Joe!" Lily ran after him. He didn't respond. He reached the shoreline and stepped into the waves. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. "Joe!" Lily grabbed his arm. He turned. His eyes were unfocused, distant. "She's calling me," he murmured. "Who?" "The girl. She says she's lonely." Lily dragged him back inside. Joe collapsed onto the floor, breathing hard. "I heard her," he whispered. "She said she drowned here, waiting for someone to stay with her." Lily locked the door, jammed a chair beneath the handle. They sat awake until dawn. In the morning, Lily decided they were leaving. As she packed, her phone buzzed. A notification. No signal, yet somehow a message. Unknown sender. No number, just text. "Don't leave me alone again." Attached was a photo. A girl, wet hair, hollow eyes, standing outside their cottage door. Lily dropped the phone. Joe picked it up. His face turned pale. "That's the girl I heard singing," he said. Outside, the waves grew louder, like laughter.
They tried to start the car. The engine wouldn't turn. Joe checked under the hood. Everything looked fine, yet the key refused to work. Then they heard it together. A child's voice from the beach. "Joe! Lily! Come play!" Lily cried. Joe grabbed her hand and ran toward the road. But the road wasn't there anymore. Only sand. Endless sand. As if the world beyond the beach had been erased. Joe looked at Lily, breathing hard. "We're trapped!" The sky darkened, though it was midday. The sea turned black, and from the waves something rose. A girl, about 8 years old, skin pale blue, hair tangled with seaweed. Water poured endlessly from her mouth. She smiled. "I drowned," she said. "No one came for me. I waited. Now I have friends." Joe stepped back, shaking. Lily screamed, "Leave us alone!" The girl tilted her head. "You came to my home. You heard my call. Now you stay." The waves surged forward. Joe pushed Lily toward the cottage. "Run!" They barricaded themselves inside. The windows rattled. Water seeped under the door. The bulb flickered violently. Then, silence. Complete, sudden, absolute. Joe opened the door slowly. The beach was dry again, calm, peaceful, as if nothing had happened. Joe turned to Lily. "We leave now." They walked toward the road. This time, it was there. They didn't look back. In the city, life returned to normal. Joe avoided the sea. Lily refused to speak of Blackshore. Until one night, Joe received a message. Unknown sender. You left her alone. Another message followed. She's coming. Joe ran to Lily's apartment, but when he arrived, the door was open. Inside, everything was wet, dripping. The air smelled of salt. And on the wall, written in water, "She has new friends." Joe's phone buzzed again. A final picture. Lily, standing on Blackshore Beach, smiling, eyes hollow, water dripping from her hair. Behind her, the drowned girl, holding her hand. Some say Blackshore Beach is still unmarked on maps. Some say couples who visit never return. And when the tide is high, travelers hear a child's voice in the wind. "Don't leave me alone again."